My name is Sofia Gatti. I'm Arturo Gatti Jr.'s sister. He was killed in Mexico last week, and it's left us with unanswered questions and just complete heartbreak. So I put together this GoFundMe so we can get answers. We wanted to hire an investigative team to get an autopsy report, toxicology report. I also listed all of the costs, estimated costs for the lawyer, funeral, travel fees, and everything else. I wasn't around to fight for my dad and what happened to him, but I'm around to fight for Junior. And we were only 1 year away from really starting our journey as brother and sister and having the relationship that we were robbed of our whole life. So if you were fortunate enough to donate, it would mean the world to me and the Gatti family, but if you can't, a repost would be more than enough. But we will be getting justice for Junior, and we will be getting answers this time around.
James Twin for the untouchable True School Sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, guys, so this is a story that I feel really and truthfully is not getting enough coverage in the boxing media, and you know that's what we do here on True School Sports. We cover the fight game from the low levels to the high levels, the good, bad, ugly, everything. Just everything in this fight game you can think of, we cover. We've been covering it for 10 years, and it knows no bounds, right? So this is a very important storyline in our sport right now. First and foremost, before I even get into the main idea and my thoughts on the whole situation, let me just offer my condolences and say rest in peace to Arturo Gatti Jr., who was tragically killed earlier this month in Cancun, Mexico. There's a lot of thoughts about what happened or why it happened. They said that he committed suicide or whatever. Some people say he was depressed and all these kind of things, but then the math ain't mathing out, right? The math ain't quite mathing all the way out. So the sister of Arturo Gatti Jr., Sofia Gatti, she's taken to social media and she's made some things known to the public, and I wanted to share those things with you. So basically, I'm going to read you guys everything she said verbatim, so please bear with me as I read through her statements, and we will go and we'll dissect from there. So Sofia Gatti stated the following, and I quote, "I was too young to fight when my father, Arturo Gatti Sr., was killed in Brazil in 2009. I am now an adult and was hoping to have my brother as my buddy in life when he became an adult. We were only 1 year away from starting our journey together as brother and sister and having our lives connected forever beyond our blood. My mother tried to fight the last will that was made only weeks before he was killed, leaving everything to Amanda Rodriguez, who is Arturo Gatti Jr.'s mother. My brother, Arturo Jr., was left with nothing. He was mysteriously killed in Cancun, Mexico, Monday, October 6, 2025, with only his mother, Amanda, present at the time. I need to hire an investigative team to get the autopsy toxicology reports to find out what has really happened." And then she went on pretty much saying that she put the cost of what everything would cost. So roughly $3,000 for the attorney fees, $10,000 to $15,000 for the second autopsy and forensics, $5,000 to $20,000 for the transport of the body to Canada, $10,000 for the funeral in Canada, $15,000 travel fees, $30,000 to $75,000 at minimum for additional court and attorney fees. So there you go. She started a GoFundMe. I will leave it in the description for you guys. She also there has been an update as well. Apparently, they did wind up raising enough money to make the first payment to go do all that. So if you guys want to support that, you can. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm not gonna sit here and play judge, jury, executioner because I don't really know what the hell happened. Nobody really does, but God Himself. But that's what this is, man. It's like Arturo Gatti, when he died, there was a lot of conspiracies back in the day. I remember senior I'm talking about when he died in 2009. A lot of people believed that he was set up. Some people said it was suicide, but either way you cut it up, slice it, and dice it up, it was tragic. And what's even more tragic about this story is that, you know, the son has died in a very mysterious and similar way to the father. And so that makes it even worse. So my condolences go out to the Gotti family and just everybody that's been affected by this. I'm not related to Arturo Gatti at all, but you know, I love the father as a fighter, and I do know Junior. You know, I do know that, you know, I remember years ago he kind of he made some noise because he was on the Mike Tyson podcast, or he had that video that went viral with Mike Tyson holding the bag and him punching it, and you know, he was, you know, chasing his dreams in boxing, and that gets cut short. So they're trying to say that, like, you know, he committed suicide and you know, he was depressed and these kind of things. And speaking as somebody who deals with, like, you know, I have a lot of anxiety myself and I deal with my own stuff myself, you know, like I know what it's like to deal with you know, just those voices in your head that don't stop. So I have sympathy for people that go through, that have anxiety or depression or these things, because it's a daily struggle that a lot of people fight, including myself. But I don't think personally, it doesn't make sense to me. How can Arturo Gatti Jr., right? How could Arturo Gatti Jr. die in a similar fashion to his dad? Now, again, I don't really know. I'm not really picking a side here. I'm just going off of what was reported out there and what Sofia Gatti's put out there. So I'm not picking a side, but I'm just going off of what Sofia Gatti reported herself on her own social media. So it is worth noting, according to her, that her mother, so Sofia Gatti's mother, was trying to fight to get the last part, I guess, of the will that was being left to them, because they're now of age, and you could probably, you know, get the money that some of the money their dad made when he was fighting, or whatever the case may be. But you know, because Arturo Gatti Jr. is now murdered in a similar fashion to his father, the money now goes to Amanda Rodriguez, who was Arturo Gatti Jr.'s mother in the first place. Now, it is worth noting that Amanda Rodriguez is the same person that was initially charged with murder in 2009 when Arturo Gatti Sr. passed away, and then those charges later got dropped, and it was declared a suicide, and you know, it is what it is. It was a lot of controversy there. You know, there was a second autopsy that was done with that, and you know, people still argue about, you know, who really killed Arturo Gatti Sr. But the fact that the son has died, right? The son has died in a similar fashion. The money is now being left in the will to the person that had charges put on her years ago. And on top of that, you know, apparently the bodyguard, I guess, found Junior dead initially, which is kind of like, it's a little suspect, because, like, you know, you're supposed to be protecting the life, and I don't know. Anytime bodyguards mysteriously find people dead, I don't know. I just always raise my eyebrows at that. But nonetheless, I don't want to keep talking about this, because it's not really my place to speak on this degree. All I'm doing is I'm just highlighting the fact that if you want to support this cause, to help maybe get some justice for this young man that was tragically killed before his life even began in a similar fashion to his father, you know, the GoFundMe will be in the pinned comment and the description. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this whole situation with Arturo Gatti, you know, Jr. passing away, and the whole thing about the will and all these things? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe. You won't be disappointed.